Today was supposed to be a build for like a $5,000, $6,000 PC, but delay again. Supposed to be water cooling. Look at that. My 4080 water block is here. Next week, okay, next week. Instead, what I'm gonna do, build a PC and then sell it. As you can see, way too many boxes and I need to declutter and also earn some money because I bought this like water cooling thing that is damn expensive. I don't really have a plan for this, but I'm gonna sell a budget PC, the one that I built. This one, but some modifications, and I'm probably gonna sell it for $200. No warranty, of course. And I'm gonna sell the VXM one, the one with the screen. Yeah, the one with the screen can be quite expensive because the screen is $200, but I'm not gonna sell that screen, but I might replace it with another screen that is a lot cheaper. So let's just get into it, okay? So this one is very simple. The problem I have with this build, GPU has no GPU fan. It's a case fan. Unless you want it, then you can request lah. It's not very good to set up a case fan with a GPU like that. So I am just gonna take this out. Yeah, case fan. It's an aftershock case fan. This is a 1060 and I am going to replace with this is a Zotac 970. So the performance is going to be similar, definitely a lot cheaper. The only thing is that this takes more power than the 1060. But if my research is right, the 450 power supply should be enough to power the 970. So just a refresher, this PC has the 455. Basically it has 4 cores, 4 threads, which at this price range is good enough. You can play pretty much any game at 1080p low. And some games, especially the older games, at 1080p high. But at the moment, just want to see it run. I don't want to clean and then not running, you know. But if not, this PC would probably be on Carousel for $200. Another refresher is that it has a solid state drive, not NVMe, not M.2. Just a solid state drive, 256 gigabytes, not a lot, but again, enough. Because the thing is, I want to send a PC that's running, you know. I don't want to send a PC that runs for 1 week and then dies. I know the PC runs, but I don't know whether the 970 is running. But hey, PC is running, no problem. For the 460 and 8 gigs of RAM, $200. Don't expect much lah. Okay, drivers installed now. I will close up the case and run a firm up to see how hot the GPU gets. Okay, I'm gonna run it for a few minutes just to see 82. Oof, one fan here, one fan here. I wonder whether putting a fan at the side will help. But it's 84. It gets kind of hot. Yeah. Which is actually normal. Just gonna open Valorant, see how it runs. So game is downloading. I guess I will do this later while we work on the next PC. This next PC, you've seen it before, is the PC with the screen. But the value is definitely not there. And I think that's why people didn't really like this video. But I'll be changing it to be more valuable. So there's a lot of other cables for the screen and all. But we're gonna take out that screen. So this PC is actually gonna be very basic so that I can sell it cheaper. Alamak, no power supply. Pew, pew. So I think I need to buy a new power supply. But we can just prep this PC as much as possible. Probably have to do that tomorrow. Go down to Sim Square, get some supplies. I do have a stock cooler for Intel because we're going Intel. This has the 5600X, but we're gonna use 12400F instead. Instead of going for Intel, I'm going to go back for the 5600. Okay. Game is updated. Resolution is 1080p. Quality is low. Okay. 220 FPS, 240 FPS. So GPU is at 35% because the CPU is not that good. That's why it's bottlenecking the GPU. 80% load for the CPU. That's quite high. A 4-core CPU. So with 4 threads as well. So you can't expect much from there. But the temperatures are pretty good. It's 55 degrees, 58 degrees. Well, obviously this is just a training area, so we're gonna go into a deathmatch. When I sell a PC, right, I don't wanna sell a half-baked PC. Half-fucked PC. I wanna sell a PC that's usable, even if you're paying $200. So I'm gonna check that you can actually play games with this. So I'm gonna play a proper deathmatch. Just looking at the FPS, when I'm crouching, or when I'm going to places that don't have a lot of scenery like here, it's 240, 250. But when I'm out and about, it goes down to 180. Yeah, 180, especially if I move fast. Which is still okay, not bad for $200. We're at 35% for the GPU, it's at 70 degrees. Look at that, I could keep my shot. I do not like this map. Oh, behind. Come. Still can hit my shot. Temperatures up to 75 degrees Celsius for the CPU and 60. Okay, good. And 65 for the CPU. Okay, I'm going to go op now. See whether I can op with this PC. Ah, yeah. Alright. Okay, we got one. Hey, I shoot the cuckoo jiao. I shoot the cuckoo jiao. Can op. This PC can op. 10 kills remaining. One thing that now the CPU is at 98 degrees Celsius. Not very good. 100 Cs. PC is struggling, and it's actually the CPU, not the GPU. Ooh, miss. I keep missing. I think it's the pressure, man. The pressure is getting into me. Just need one more. With 6 seconds on the clock, number one, okay. I think performance-wise, no problems if I can get number one with this PC. Please lah. So performance-wise, okay, but the only problem is temperatures. The CPU is getting to 100 degrees. Still need to re-thermal paste the GPU and CPU. I might change the stock cooler as well. Take out this, take out that, take out this, take out that. So you want to give this as much cooling as possible. It fits, but I guess no fan now. I can't put a fan here. Now for GPU, I actually have a feeling that I thermal paste this before, like redid the thermal paste before, but no harm to do it again. Looks alright. Okay, I got no thermal pads. So you know what? Tomorrow I go buy thermal pads at Sim Lim Square. I think they sell thermal pads in Sim Lim Square. I don't know. NVMe SSD, PSU, thermal pad. Should write this down. Okay, done. See you tomorrow. Thank you. I didn't manage to get thermal pads at Sim Lim Square, but I found one on Amazon with 1-day shipping for a good price. Then it's just cleaning up the GPU, replacing the thermal pads and thermal paste, then screwing it all back together. Then it's back to testing. And man, such a big difference. Comparing the two tests after the end of the deathmatch, yesterday's testing got up to 71 degrees for the GPU and 100 degrees for the CPU. And now the test is 58 degrees on the GPU and 43 degrees on the CPU. I still ran Firmark to see how hot does the GPU get at 100% load, and yes, it's still 85 degrees. So I'm thinking the CPU cooler is probably improving the airflow, cooling all the PC components. Now, on to the second PC. For the next PC, I decided not to do the screen PC. Yeah, I know, but it's for a good reason. Thinking about it, having to sell a PC with a screen, I'm thinking to myself, what if it falls off? What if the screen doesn't work after shipping? Like, there's so many problems, especially if the person that buys this PC is not tech capable, tech savvy, techy. Instead of going for Intel, I'm going to go back for the 5600. So I took out the motherboard to put it back in. And another reason is because with this 5600X, it's more affordable. Intel is more expensive, and with the screen, it's even more expensive. The NVMe SSD I bought at Sim Lim Square is the Lexa NM620, 512 gigabytes. So it's Gen 3, which I think that's all you need. The person that's buying this, just know that there is no warranty for everything else except the NVMe and the PSU. At least the PSU is new, so it's good. I will talk about the PSU later. For the cooler, going for stock cooler, I know it's weird because the $200 has a proper cooler and this doesn't. Reason being because I don't have a Ryzen cooler except for a AIO, which that would add up cost and I don't want that to happen. But if you want to upgrade to a cooler, I'll give whoever is buying the option. So I will go out and buy and then replace this cooler. Honestly, I think stock cooler is pretty good. It gets a bit hot, but definitely not as hot as 100 degrees for the other PC. Almost everything is done except for cable management and choosing the GPU. I have a few GPUs that I don't need. So the person that buys actually can have a choice. So I have the 6600, 6600 XT, 3060. Not sure if I have 3060 Ti, but I think I do. 6750 XT. Obviously it'll be more expensive lah. But I think for now, I'll put the cheapest option I have, which is the 6600. Actually thinking about it, I don't think this is mine. I'll have a 6600 XT instead. That one I know is mine. So yeah, Windows is not installed yet. So we're getting to BIOS, which is good. Now I just have to install Windows and just make sure it's running fine before I list it up on Carousel.
the next morning.
It's a new day and I've done all I can for the both PCs. And I must say, doing budget builds and value builds again, reminds me why I started this channel. It's just fun to solve problems, like for example, the CPU temperatures for this PC and then switching the CPU cooler. Just fun. For price-wise, I'm gonna sell this, you know what? Get the cooler for free, $200. For this PC, on the other hand, I did check the online price for the individual parts, and the GPU is MSI, and MSI is a bit more expensive than their competitors. The online price that I checked is all the cheapest one, so it's not the premium parts. Online store, it's $1,044. But if you remember, I did a $1,000 build that you can get a 6650 XT, so I'm thinking if you can get this from Simlim, it would probably be $950. So I think the fair price for this PC is $85. $85, no, $850. You can choose to change the GPU to a 3060 or 3060 Ti. I think I have a 3060 Ti. Just let me know. I'll let you know how much more you have to pay. If you have any questions about this build, just ask me on Carousel. But yeah, I did do some tests and benchmarks for this PC. Running Cinebench, load at 100% at 4 GHz. The temperatures are like 77 degrees. Run Firmark, GPU is at 65 degrees, very chill. I was a bit worried with the airflow of the case because there's not a lot of space below for the GPU, but it seems like it's running pretty good. I think because of the 4 fans, pretty chill. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's entertaining. I'm not sure. Can you guys let me know what you want to see next? I do have an idea. Instead of building a PC then selling it for a viewer, why don't I just build for a viewer? Ask what he needs, what's his budget, and then build from there. Or if you have a dusty PC or a PC that's not working, you send it in, I'll take a look and see what I can do to fix it. It's just an idea. If that kind of thing interests you, go and join my Discord server. Links is in the description. It's just easier to communicate there. And one thing I realized about myself is that I'm a hoarder. It was actually very difficult for me to sell this, to put this up. I just have some sentimental value, and I think that's why I love PC building. When you build something, you have this connection to it, and even if you buy it, you have that connection. And now I'm selling my babies. But yeah, thanks for watching. I think next week I won't be able to do the custom water loop because the 7950X3D is coming out and I want to cover that. So maybe 2 weeks later, or maybe a live stream next week, I'm not sure yet. Next month, March, is going to be very exciting because there's going to be an IT show. I did that comics video. I think a lot of people find that very helpful, so I'm going to make it bigger, make it better. So I can't wait for that. Let me know what you want to see in the IT show 2023. It's going to be at Suntech if I'm not wrong. Any question, leave it in the comment section below and I'll see you next week for a live stream or 7950X3D. Yeah, correct. Thank you so much and I'm done.